This video will explain what we did in Project Video Audio PSU Storage and Peripherals. And the first thing we did was read this article, and it's all about like what you should look for when you're trying to pick out an LCD monitor. And we had to answer the questions, what is the appropriate way to pick an LCD monitor based on the article, what did you learn, and what do the article's commentators have to say. And we had to give URLs for 5 different LCD monitors and ensure that they all have HDMI speakers and USB ports. We configured the BIOS to boot from DVD first, and then set it to boot from the hard drive first, and then reboot the computer between each of these settings, and say what other boot options we have in the BIOS. We had to give full URLs for 4 different hard drives that are all SATA, and then explain which is faster and why. And then we had to give full URLs for 4 different PSUs, one that is the highest wattage that we could find, and one's the lowest, and which of them is better and why. And then we had to open a PSU and investigate and draw the inside, and then label the components. And this is my project report, and I thought that the proper specs for a monitor is a 1 to 5000 LCD contrast ratio. It has to have TN panel technology is the cheapest, and it's a monitor with low input lag. And I learned that monitors usually have 3 general categories of panel technologies. Most people that read the article didn't agree with what the author said. They thought that they didn't review enough monitors. And these are all the monitors that I picked out. I picked the Asus VW246H 24-inch monitor, and I picked this one, the Dell Ultra Sharp 23-inch monitor, and then I picked another Dell Ultra Sharp one, but it's a 27-inch monitor, and then I picked another Dell one. It's a 19-inch flat panel display monitor, and I picked this one. It is an Asus ProArt series, and it's a 24.1-inch monitor. These are all the hard drives that I picked. This first one, it is the Samsung by Seagate SpinPoint F3. It has a 3.0 gigabit per second transfer rate, and it's an internal hard drive. The second one I picked is the Samsung SpinPoint F3 with a 3.0 gigabit per second hard transfer rate. And the third one I picked is the Samsung EcoGreen F4 hard drive with a 3.0 gigabit per second transfer rate. And this was the fastest one I could find because it has the fastest data transfer rate. It's the Western Digital Caviar Black, and has a 6.0 gigabit per second transfer rate. These are the PSUs that I picked out. This first one is the LEPA G series, and then the second one I picked out is from PC Power Supply, or PCPower.com, and it's the Turbo Cool 510 ATX. And then the third one I picked is the Silencer MK3. It's a 600 watt power supply. And the fourth one, which it's also the lowest one that I could find, is the Sparkle SPI 150FA, and it's a 150 watt power supply. and well, the 1600 watt power supply is the best because it uses less power when it's loading up and it runs at a cooler temperature. And these are all the answers to the Professor Messer videos that we had to watch.